I'm here with Cardo, our tour guide for the Roller Coaster Insider Tour. And we are heading over to Cheetah Hunt to get some inside information.
Yep.
Probably also find out why it's not running yet today. We are currently starting our Roller Coaster Insider Tour here with Cheetah Hunt. And we have Cardo and Jane.
Alright, I'm Jane. I'm one of the supervisors here at Cheetah Hunt. I'm going to be taking you on the tour today. We're going to start here. This is going to be launch 2. Cheetah Hunt is comprised of 3 different launches. The fastest one sending you off at 60 miles an hour, which is actually going to be this one right here. Cheetah Hunt is actually ran by magnets instead of a pull chain like other rides are. We have 4 magnets on each side of the car, 8 in total per car. And when we get up there, I'll show you some of our stators and brake fins that help propel the train up the lift.
Now here's where we learn about the science of the coaster. We'll look up here and we'll see the stators. So when we have power applied to them, they create a magnetic current, and underneath the trains they have other magnets that help push along.
Yep, exactly. So all of these white ones here you see are our stators. Glycol runs through them to keep things cool. Because if they overheat, unfortunately there is nothing we can do. They have to cool by themselves. But with that glycol running through, it's very rare that they do overheat. And if you look up a little further, these are going to be our brake fins. Basically what the brake fins are for is if we do have an instance where the train does need to roll back down the lift, the brake fins will come back up from the down position and slow it down because it's going to attract to the magnets on the bottom, and it'll put it right into one of our blocks so we can escort everybody off safely. If you look up here, there's going to be little black boxes. Those are going to be called proximity switches. Proximity switches detect metal, speed, and location of the trains. Those are going to be all throughout our coaster because we are comprised of a block system. And what that does is it makes it so the train will never stop anywhere where we aren't able to access it. There's only 10 spots where it can stop. It'll never stop anywhere but there. And when it faults, those proximity switches will send the messages to the panel, the brake fins, all that stuff. Make sure everything is safe. All right. So you want to go a little bit further?
Okay. A little bit about the block sections. Now, for the safety of roller coasters, a train cannot enter in an area if it's occupied. So they have block areas so that way they can tell where a train is in a certain area, so that way they don't have a collision. And also, a block area is also a safe place that in case there is a issue with the train, they can be safely escorted. Yes, you guys know what I meant, evacs, but they like to call it escorts here because evac is kind of a negative term. So they like to escort you from the block areas because that's where it's safe. Like right here is a safe area. If you're down in the launch 2 area, you would come up here and come out through this area here. Oh, maintenance barn. Now this here area, this is a limited access area, but right there beyond that fence, that is a ride restricted area. And here we have some trains, and I see my good buddy Billy over there. How we doing, Billy?
Oh God, you.
This will be the Cheetah Hunt maintenance barn. All the trains get brought down here every single night, but we'll always have 1 train down here for annual maintenance. We have 5 trains in total. We'll only ever be allowed to run 4 because we aren't scheduled annual maintenance for this ride because we are our all year long attraction. That's why we always have that 5th train kind of as a buffer. This is our train that's down right now. 50,000 cycles. They'll take everything apart, look at everything, order new parts if need be, and then put it back together so we can use it again. Some of the things we have in here are going to be our wheels. These wheels are made out of polyurethane, so they have a vested use after date because the material needs to stick, so that when we put it on the train, it's able to run smoothly over those tracks. You can hold these if you'd like. Pretty cool. We have 3 different types of wheels. We have our guide, road, and upright wheels.
That heavy.
Yeah. And this is a guide wheel? Okay.
These little ones are going to be the ones that go underneath the cheetah head in the front.
And those bigger ones, those are the road wheels.
And then these right here are actually going to be kicker tires. These are what's going to spin and help project that coaster off.
They look like they've been used quite a bit.
These ones are some used ones.
Yeah. Look at the rubber tearing up on that.
Yeah.
And those are what sits right underneath to help boost the train, like in a slow area, bringing it into the station or bringing it through the station, kind of like that.
Right here, I actually have a couple more things.
Ooh.
I don't know where they stack these because when you come ride the Cheetah Hunt ride, the people at Height Stick will tell you, put your phones in a locker, all loose articles in a locker. These right here are going to be examples of why. It's not just for the safety of your items, it's for the safety of the coaster. Our wheels, because they're made out of polyurethane, don't run over objects smoothly. It's going to drag them along the track the whole length. It's going to make it so we have to shut down, get a new wheel. Stuff like this is a result from a phone being stuck underneath and getting dragged the whole way.
Yeah.
And then your cell phones will end up looking like this afterwards.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen to your $1,000 phone.
This is another example of a phone that got stuck underneath. Didn't tear
You
it
got
up
a
quite
flat
as
spot.
bad, but we're still flat. This can't roll anymore. So when we tell you to put your stuff in a locker, we're not just saying it because we like to bother you. It's for your safety.
It's for your safety, so that way you don't lose it and it hits somebody else in the head, or for the roller coaster safety.
21 miles per hour on power 1.
Okay. Uh-oh. Sounds like they're going to be shutting down the Sky Ride. The winds are over 20. And so yeah, that's what happens to your phone if you lose it on a ride. And Billy's got this big, huge, heavy magnet.
So these would be the magnets that go underneath the train. Like I mentioned before, there's 8 per cart. We have to put these pieces of wood in between them because they are so strong. If we get them stuck together, probably not going to get them back apart.
Yeah.
One of these is for one cart, so we have the right and left side go on there. We do have special tools that they use to work with these that don't stick to this material. If we were to use an actual metal wrench or anything like that, we're going to have a really hard time getting it off.
Yeah.
But these are super powerful magnets. These are what work with those stators that I showed you guys out in launch 2. Any questions? I think we'll wrap up the maintenance
Yeah,
part.
I think that's it. You got any questions? Interesting? Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. I think one of the things I wanted to cover was the restraint safety.
Yeah.
And I see we have a couple of them right back here, but right here.
So our seats are powered off hydraulics. These are going to be the hydraulics that are in the back. There's always going to be 2 of them. You only really need 1 to keep those seats down. We have 2 as a precaution. And of course, seatbelts are a precaution as well. Those hydraulics are going to keep your harnesses down. In the event that we do have to do 1011, which is an escort off the train, these battery packs are what going to be sending the power to those hydraulics to make it so that we can lift them up. We'll just plug this in here, and then we have on the inside. This plugs into the side of the train, and as soon as it's plugged in and we power it on, those hydraulics will be able to lift your harnesses right up and be able to get you out at any block you may stop at if the train does shut down.
So they do have 2 of them, even though it only takes 1 of them to hold the restraint in place. They double up. And if you look right back there, take a look over here. If you look right back here, you will see that the harness is held by both of those. And those are the magnets underneath that she was talking about. And there's a gap right there for the stators to go through. Thank you, Billy.
Unfortunately, at this time, Cheetah Hunt is not going to be operating, so we're not able to get to do the ride portion of the ride.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
Did Karen get a hold of you?
No, I've been using it for it.
Okay. 30 seconds control.
Hello again.
How you doing?
Pretty good, and you?
Another great day.
Another great day.
Grab you some.
Okay, yeah,
One
I just
second.
need one for each. Thank you.
So unfortunately, because Cheetah Hunt is not in operation at the moment, we are not going to get a ride on Cheetah Hunt. But we did get a ride remit, so we can ride it again at another time, or another ride, just not Iron Gwazi. We are now on our tour with Cheetah Hunt, and we have Leandro? Leonard?
Yeah.
Okay, Leonard with us.
Alright, you guys ready?
Ready? Yep.
Alright, so you have any starting questions before I start talking?
Nope, just
Alright.
everything you know.
Alright, you're gonna follow me this way. So Cobra Skirts, we opened June 16th of 2016. We are one of the roller coasters produced by Mach Company. A production company kept in Germany. So the track length runs to 2,165 feet. The whole design of the track is essentially like a snake tail for like the serpent god and all that fun stuff. Now we are the only roller coaster who is fully themed throughout the entire ride. So we follow the Egypt theme. We have a whole like almost King Tut type of theme throughout the entire line. When you get on the ride, when you're on the whole thing, like the whole soundtrack, everything's based off one theme. It's not like Montu or Cheetah Hunt or like different themes with kind of random areas. So the thing that makes our roller coaster a little bit more different and special, we have the elevator lift right here, and then we're also the only roller coaster in the whole park that tends to spin on the track. We may not be the biggest, but we're the most unique. So you can kind of see right here when they start spinning. So the way the spinning kind of works from right here, you'll see right when they go over here, there's a magnetic rock on the bottom of the tube that keeps the thing still throughout this entire process until they get to this part right here, where they will rotate a little bit and then they will re-lock when they get to the end of that road. And they will lock up more and they will stay backwards until they get to the top of that lift. From there, the magnetic rock will be turned off completely and they will re-spin until you get to the end of the final break. And the way the spinning works, the more weight you have in front and the less weight you have on back, it tends to make it spin a little faster.
That's the trick.
That's the trick. Now the spinning is optional. Well, for us, we can choose if we want to turn it off or not. So if a guest does say like, oh, can we turn it off? We can't really do it for them specifically. But if it was, let's say the spinning wasn't really working, we have the option to turn it off completely. We also have the option to turn off the rotating, everything. So we have the option to make it go straight the entire roller coaster.
How boring would that be?
There's no fun.
Yeah, very boring.
Alright, so the way the lift works, I can't explain much, they never really showed me it, but the whole trick is like there's like a little chain that kind of rotates it up, and that little chain is the only thing that practically moves it ups and down. You have the whole elevator, yeah, but that little thing right there is what pushes it up and down. I can't explain the logic. I don't know how.
And it's very unique.
Very unique.
I think this is the only mock ride that has an elevator lift.
We're also a prototype, so which means we have a lot of wiring throughout the entire roller coaster.
So yeah, a prototype on top of it all.
So we tend to go down for very little stuff. So we have these things called proximity switches. If one of them tend to fail, we would go down. We have photo eyes, which are laser beams in case that anything falls in the track, it will stop. But they're so sensitive to the point if sunlight touches them that they stop. So the prototypes are like, it kind of like, it's never in our favor. We go down for everything. We go down for cold weather, hot weather, rain, wind, a little sprinkle.
Yeah.
We just practice going for everything.
Another unfavorable prototype, Falcon's Fury.
Yeah. They go down for everything.
With every other moment, it's got an intimate moment.
Yeah. Are you guys ready to see the behind?
Yeah. So if you notice right here, this is the ride restricted area. And that means you don't go there. But what we're going in is we're going over here to the limited access area where we're allowed back here as long as we have one of the leadership teams and we can come back here while the ride is still running. But if you see here where we're real close to the track, you're not allowed there, especially when we're not locked out. And when we get up to I'm sure we're going to probably go up to the panel.
Yes.
And we'll show you the lockout and the safety when it comes to when ride operators have to come out here and do an escort or something.
That's really what we call escort. So fun fact, the snake is hollow. We can actually go inside. There's a ladder that leads all the way to the top.
The snake is empty. It's hollow.
There's a ladder that leads all the way to the top. So when we would do an escort, like you said, from the back to this side, we would go to this gate and we would use the staircases to go up. Now, depending on which side, which elevator they use on the side, we can either just go up and they'll be right on this side. We don't have to go on the other side of the railing, or it could be the opposite, and we will have to get the gate, harnesses on, and go on the complete opposite side of it.
Ooh, boy.
It doesn't really matter which side we go on. I mean, they're both kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
So when we would escort, we would usually do only, like, let's say if it was me and him or escorting, it can only be 4 of us or 4 guests in between us. We can't have any more than 4. And if we were to pull more than 4 off, there would have to be 4 and 5 of us all together to pull off. So when we also go back here at the end of the day, every like once a week maybe, and we would do like a track walk, which means like we would just like grab pads, phones, bracelets, vapes, anything that would fall off the ride while we were on it. Or let's say someone moved their wallet or anything important, we would just walk the track, find it, take it to lost and found. Or, I mean, sometimes we don't really find anything, by that time it's a little late.
Yeah.
But we can also go in the little dens right here that go underground. We can go in there, we can go on the one on the side. Now these staircases also go up, but they also go down. So from there we can also go underneath the track altogether. So when you see them go at the bottom, we can go below there, and another little pin area down there. And that also leads to the track all the way inside.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go see what's being worked on. Now again, like Cheetah Hunt, it is open all year round, so they don't actually bring the coaster down for annual maintenance, but they will take the cars off every once in a while and do maintenance on the cars.
There's number 8. That was a great one.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see here where we get the ones that we just don't use.
That was a great one. Number 8.
That was 8?
9.
Well, it says number 9. Yeah.
So we have
8-1. Okay.
we had 9 trains. We have 7 now. I don't know where the other 2 went. So this one, yeah, I can kind of see it's been here a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just never really got to this one. I think they tried to fix it and they just never were able to make it work again. So they just keep it here. This is train 7. Now 7 does work. A while back, they pulled it off, I think, just to get it fixed a little better, because then we were having little issues with the lap bars in the back. I believe that is train 3. Now 3 had the same issue as 7 with the lap bars. But like I said, so we are prototype, so basically, under this is a whole bunch of wiring throughout the entire train.
And if you look, there's another floor beneath us, so that way if they need to work underneath on the wheel carriage or anything underneath the train, they can work on it from underneath it.
That is right. So we do have the bottom section for the mechanics. They have all their stuff down there. So from the bottom wheels, the bigger wheels that you see right here, those are called the upright wheels. They go from the bottom of the train towards the center where no one can see them. That basically just keeps the train going on the track as it's coming through the station.
Mhm.
They also have a little hangout area down there with the coffee maker and the ramen cups.
Yeah,
Things that they don't want to share with us.
I know. Them mechanics, I tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, we just visited Billy over there at Cheetah Hunt.
Oh, Billy?
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah,
want to
we
share
know him.
anything.
Yeah. I was gonna tell you about this area. Not much here. I mean, we can hold 9 trains. We can hold 8 trains. We had 9 trains altogether. Now we have 7. 2 of them, I think they got taken back to Montu to see if they can get replaced or fixed. It's been like that for a few years. We never got them back.
That was one of the mechanics popping his head out, seeing what's going on upstairs.
Wow.
Probably wondering why I'm in here.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready to see the other side over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is right beyond that door is the transfer location, which is a very interesting and unique part about this ride, because the transfer also acts as the ADA load.
That is true. So as you see, we have 2 sets of tracks right here, so they can pull that whole track over and bring it in here, and they can move the trains in and out as they please, which is a little easier than every other roller coaster that has to completely stop moving.
Yeah.
As you go over here, now in here, this is where they keep all the repair stuff, replacements, anything that they need. This is also where they keep all the source of power to the ride. I would show you if he's not moving. You can kind of see it in there.
Yeah. Master control.
Wow.
All
We
the
also
power.
store food in here.
Yeah. The only other time we got to see a room like that was when we were doing Iron Gwazi. Got to see the main control panel for Iron Gwazi and the computer downstairs.
These are our mechanics. This is what they do in their free time. Remaking the Beatles album cover.
Oh boy. The Cobra nap. Don't call it don't call it a what? A comeback?
Can't tell.
Yeah, I can't read that.
Alright, so when we would do an escort, this is the door we would come through because this leads directly into the ride.
And look at that. We have the ride right here.
Stop.
So we are gonna go ahead and now probably catch a ride on Cobra's Coast.
I got you to this part, the panel, and then you'll be on the roller coaster. Alright, so right here, so we run on a walk here.
Yeah.
So when you get at stage, how many steps you get there? So that's like
15,000 steps for these ride operators over here.
So, as you can see, we have our pressure masters on in place because anyone does run out that area. That will stop the roller coaster too. But let's say if he's not heavy enough to activate them, then we will have to stop.
So instead of a light curtain, they're using a pressure pad. So if they go into the ride restricted area, that's like hitting the E-stop.
Watch your step and exit to your left. Take all possible equipment. Thank you.
And then this track will replace the one that was on that side, so we can have the trains keep going outside.
That is a neat feature. And like we said before, you look right here, that's where the coaster barn is, and they have the dual tracks here, and over there is where they load up for ADA, and they'll just slide this transfer over to there to load the ADA people, and then they just slide it back, and along it goes, and they can keep the trains moving even when they're moving trains around. Yep.
Please lift the program. Watch your step and exit to your left. Taking all possible equipment. Thank you.
to step back because people are trying to get off.
So now you can tell here, every single position on the platform, there's 4 of them. Every single person has a little panel here by themselves. So all 4 of them have one. Now, if I were to push this will station stop the ride, which means from right here to over there, it would stop. Now this is to restart. So let's say if someone were to hit this, all 4 of us would have to be holding this down, putting our thumbs up, saying that, okay, the platform is clear, we can restart. All 4 of us have to hold at the same time and then hear a little click sound, and that's how the train will restart, and we can just keep going.
Yeah, seen that quite often. Because, I don't know if we're, yeah, right up there, there's those 3 lights that indicate, basically they have little RFID tags that they hit the back of the trains with to indicate that they were checked or...
Yeah. So the way the RFIs works, they send out like a little radio frequency to the train and to the track that somehow leads to the lights and to panel, letting us know that, okay, this train is tagged, it's good to go, it won't stop until it goes all the way down.
Yeah.
So it will be like continuous, no stop. Now let's say if it were not tagged, for like an example, that light is out right now.
Okay.
At this point before it goes into the dark ride, and it wouldn't dispatch.
Yeah.
Now you can kind of see it's a little different. So this one has the exact same 2 buttons as the other one, but the only difference between this one and this one, they have a holding at the same time to open the lap bars up.
Oh, okay.
And the same thing, they have station stop and
let these people go through. Next, we're going to go up into the panel. And here's where all the operations work.
before we go in here, people ask us this all the time. This doesn't actually work. This does nothing. We just have it here, I guess, just like people think there's a code to enter, but honestly, all you have to do is just open the door. You have full access to the panel.
Don't let anybody else know that. And
this will be the panel. So we're a little different from most roller coasters. Most roller coasters, you do have to do something in panel. We practically do nothing. So all we do is really just sit, make sure all the seats are locked. Like you see here, they'll turn green if they're locked. If they stay gray, they're unlocked, and we would have to push down a little more. Acknowledge ADAs. Now, we also have a station stop button here, which is the thing that they have, which stops the station. We also have a ride stop, which stops the whole roller coaster, but we're able to restart the roller coaster without a mechanic. And then the E-stop, a mechanic would have to restart the roller coaster manually.
And if you look at that E-stop right there, if you look on the side of it, there looks like a little hole.
Yeah, so when the E-stop does get pushed down, we have a little lock that goes on top of it. Like I said, if we were to do an escort, we would put that over it, and we have little hasps in there that we would put on top of it, and then we would start putting our locks on.
And right there is your lockout, tag out station.
Yes.
Which has all the locks and the keys.
Yeah, so step it straight. We would put a hasp on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to push it, pull this up, pull this on top, I would put the hasp on top of it and just put my lock on it like that.
Yeah. And that is what we call a lockout to allow basically that stops the ride, and that does not allow anything wrong to happen if they had to do an escort.
Correct. So another reason why we would do it, in case we are out there, no mechanic can restart the ride as long as all of our locks are on. That's why they asked us to take our keys with us, so no one can take the lock off for you. Now let's say we give a lock to a mechanic, they take it off for us, and we're still out there on the track and they restart with us on the track. That can end in a really bad scenario.
Yes, can end very badly. Especially if you call Billy to do it for you. You never know with Billy.
Alright, you can see up here we have the cameras that let us look over to almost every block on the ride. Now we don't have any cameras per station because we can practically see the whole station right here to the big window. You have the PA system right there next to you, which is how we would communicate to the people on the ride or people on the platform or people on the queue line.
And I think something over here also controls the cue music and stuff like that.
That is correct. The little tablet looking thing right there above it, that plays the shutdown squeals, the weather squeals, the track audio, the line audio. We also control the gift shop audio from there. You can also control the volume.
A lot from this one little room.
Yeah, and then we also have a little buzzer. I'm gonna touch it. You have a little buzzer here. Now this little light, all you have to do is, and it gets their attention.
Look at that.
Now they really hate it because it's annoying.
They're like, okay, they're playing around with us.
Yeah. So for, let's say for the panel to fully start operating or for the ride to start operating, you would need 8 things in the panel before anything happens. You would need the 3 battery packs. You gotta make sure this is fully signed by the mechanic. You have to make sure your phone's connected correctly. You have the cameras activated. You gotta make sure the PA system works. The squeal system. Make sure your wait time is at 5. Make sure you have your first aid kit, your CPR kit. Make sure the lockouts are okay, the fire extinguisher. And also on the control panel itself, you have to make sure every single little mag gate is locked.
And the mag gates are...
So there are gates throughout the park where, let's say the 88 gate,
okay.
they're locked.
Okay.
But we have the, it's okay. We have the control right here to unlock them. So let's say if we were to have to do an escort and we would have to go out to the back of the area over there where I showed you, there's a gate that can be unlocked through only here.
Okay.
And then we have to lock it again before we would restart the ride. And we have to make sure they're locked before we even operate the roller coaster.
Yeah, we don't want guests in where they shouldn't be.
Yeah. And the way the ADA works, the only thing you do from panel is just tap that button.
Okay.
People think panel operating is a lot.
So when they tag it with the RFID, that sends a signal up here and...
Yeah, so when they do tag it, the train will, when the train gets to a certain point, usually passing that garbage can, it will light up right here and these will either turn green or gray. That will show us out. Okay.
Alright, what is it? Dark ride. Alright. Station stop, we're gonna get them off. So shoot, what am I? What?
So that will happen if it was shut down. Y'all get to see it firsthand.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I should have waited until those people were able to get off. Dang it! Oh, I messed it up. Ugh.
It's okay, don't worry.
Whatever.
So we had a little issue.
12 to 9:30.
So you can see in firsthand what happened when it shut down. We would get the people off that just got on. We would put the time down, what code it was, which we were all trained to learn when that shutdown would happen.
Oh, I think it's the same thing.
So this will be a B1EU, which means electrical problem, maintenance needed, and it's uncontrolled, which means people are still on the roller coaster.
Yeah. Called 9:30. You didn't call 9:25. That's my son.
Yeah, no, we
My son's 9:25, so...
yeah, we always only call the educated person. 12 tell you, this code is curse going down.
Wait, what is it?
All trains low.
A B1EU.
Okay, just a code. saying that it's an electrical issue. They have a whole bunch of codes internally. So, and now we have the maintenance.
Hello?
So now he has to reset the panel. And whatever else. Okay.
Any questions?
Alright, I'm gonna tell him to go dark ride.
Nope, I think that's it.
Is there any way we can get that battery in mix? Yeah, since it's shutting down.
Raise percent of movement.
So now, for the best part of the tour, not saying that Cobra's Curse or Cheetah Hunt is bad. They're good, but with Montu, we go to the mid-course break block. And we get to climb some stairs. And honestly, it's the best spot in the entire park to get a good off-ride point of view of Montu. So here we are with Montu, and we have Jackie to tell us all about Montu.
So actually, Jacob's going to be the one doing your tour today.
Oh,
He
okay.
loves to do our tour, so I let him do it.
Okay. How you doing? All right, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that other one ran a little bit late.
Alright, so
What's your name?
Jacob.
Jacob.
My name is Jacob, yep. So this is Montu, opened May 16, 1996. So it's about 28 years old. It's one of our oldest coasters in the park. No, I'll just take you around, show you a little bit about Montu, stuff like that. You guys ever done this tour before?
I did. She didn't. So we're gonna have fun with her. After you.
You guys can just stop a little bit in the middle.
Okay. Right here in the middle. Somewhere in the middle, right by the transfer.
So if you see from this bar to that bar, it kind of makes this X. This is called a transfer track. So basically, if you kind of see, there's like a slit in the track right here. So that part will detach from our full track and will basically shift along these two bars that are up there and connect to one of those pieces of the track, which is the way we bring in and bring out our trains to put them onto the track. So yeah, when we're watching it, it's pretty cool. They'll just shift, roll, park it in there, bring it out. If we ever need to take off a train for anything like maintenance issues or bring in an extra one if we have more than capacity for guests.
We're at the end of the day when they put them to bed. They're probably like, how in the world did they get back there?
So if you guys look kind of at these motors, those are called kicker and feeder tires. So these are responsible for basically, as you just seen, how the train is being pushed into the station. They basically also dispatch and bring in our trains. So we'll have 32 of these along the track. These are the main part that like to break during the summer because they like to overheat.
Yeah.
We'll get like a burning smell, and that's when we know one of our motors are going out. So we'll have maintenance replace those. That probably takes around an hour to 2 hours just replacing that whole motor. So when we go down to the maintenance part, I'll show you where they keep the motors. So we have really old ones. We have newer ones as well. So we always have backups because that's the main part of the ride usually.
Oh yeah. Watch out for the birds. Watch your step. Sounds like they're hammering back there. And here we have all the parts.
So this is our train 4 actually, taken apart. We have 4 trains, but we only ever run 2 on the track. So this is train 4. As you see, we parted it out. So if any other piece of the train decides to not work, we'll just take one of these pieces, throw it on, good as new. Yeah, down here, so train 4, all the seats.
Noisy up there.
We have our air compressors.
So this is the air compressor that they use for the brakes for the entire ride, but mainly it's for the brakes, which are right above us actually. So there's all the seats.
If you kind of see that second level, that is our train 3. So every year, after a certain amount of cycles, a train will take it off the track. I think it's 75,000 runs on a train. We have to take it apart, inspect every part, and then bring it back together. Just for safety cautions, stuff like that.
And that's just because the park's open all year round.
Yeah.
You don't have like a downtime like most parks.
Yeah.
Like in the winter where they take the whole ride down and do all the maintenance. So here, it's each train goes through a certain amount of cycles.
75,000 for Montu.
75.
Yep.
Each coaster is different. So with Montu, it's every 75,000 cycles. They'll take that train off, tear it all apart.
Yeah.
Every last nut and bolt, and then put it all back together.
Exactly. So yeah, I think our train 2 is around 72,000, so that one's about to come off. I think right now they're putting that one together to swap them out, kind of. But yeah, right now they're just putting it back together.
Putting it back together. And you see how close we come to the coaster in this area. We'll be getting closer.
We'll go into the meeting. So here we have the maintenance barn. Basically how we have a car mechanic shop, same thing but for roller coasters.
Yep. Down here is probably all the parts and everything needed. Right above us is where they actually do the work on the trains. And I spot the tires and everything. Look at all these bolts. Nuts and bolts and springs and pins and who knows what else. All kinds of goodies. But yeah, you see there on the back row, you got all the tires, wheels. You got the road wheels, guide wheels, and up stops.
So yeah, so with these wheels, if you can kind of see the dates on them, we have to let those cure. So our newer ones, you kind of see the coloration change. So these have been curing longer than those brand new ones, as you see. So every set of wheels has to be cured for a certain amount of time before it's ready. It's made out of 2 materials, polymethane and
polyurethane or something like that.
Polyurethane and nylon.
Yeah.
And those are all our tires. You kind of see the coloration from those are the newer ones.
And they definitely ride better when they're cured.
Hey man, I don't mean no disrespect, but they can't be back here. They got to stay within this red line right here.
Is it gonna take
Hey, look, it's the YouTuber dude.
Yeah, the Busch junkie.
Yeah.
Is it fun if I take them up or is Chris doing it?
Yeah, you can take them upstairs. It's just that they have to stay within this little area right here.
Okay.
You guys are still working.
No offense to y'all, but
No.
obviously it's legalities, you know.
Yeah,
Get hurt or
yeah.
what.
No, I understand.
So yeah, so you can take them up there.
So is
Am I gonna be on YouTube now?
Oh yeah. Alrighty. And this is, watch your head, the coaster barn.
So right now, taking it apart. We have our seats and stuff like that. Keep all the harnesses and padding all along the wall. They're just putting together all this grease. greasing everything up.
Yeah.
Everything's ready to go. Yeah, so open these gates. They kind of use boxes on the side to bring them in, push them out, stuff like that. So this is where they'll park. Got more kicker feeder tires up there.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty close. I'm just taking it.
And it looks like there's another level even higher.
Just replacing anything that needs to be replaced that has been worn down. Washers, handlebars.
All the inner workings. And the good old grease gun and everything. Yeah, I don't want to get too dirty. Now for the fun part, right? Alrighty.
What you guys want to do?
So watch the shoot works. That's good.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we got one of the motors right there too.
Oh, right there it is.
Probably a jump motor. More parts thrown out. Some wheels, axles, pistons.
Springs, wires, and all the like.
So Montu has 7 inversions. Meaning goes upside down. It's an inverted coaster. It's a B&M coaster. So our lift up there goes 150 feet down to the drop after the crown to 128. And then for our first element, can you guess the name of that?
The Immelman?
No.
Oh,
Big
the loop?
So that's called Big Loop.
The big loop.
Big Loop, yep.
Okay.
Right there, you kind of have that little, smaller little loop. It also has another name, vertical high loop. And then all the way down, like you said, that's Immelman, all the way up there. So it's named after a German fighter pilot.
Yeah.
Most people relate Montus to like flying kind of like a jet. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, kind of.
And we go down to 0, all the way up there. And roll. And you know how many G's Montu pulls?
I'm gonna say at the most 5.5.
So the legal limit for coasters is 4, and Montu does 3.85.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah.
It sure feels like 5.
I know when I ride, I can just like feel the blood going to my legs.
Yeah. Especially right there.
Yeah.
Especially right there. All the blood just runs right down to my toes.
Yeah. But it's fun, right?
Yep. Yeah, see how close to the ground that was?
Yeah.
Here she comes back. Yeah, this is a little too close for my comfort, but hey, that's why we have a gate here.
So speaking about our gates, so these are called mag gates. So basically they use a magnet to lock.
Okay.
Shut. That can only be opened from one side of the panel and with the keys as well.
Right.
So if we ever have to do a lost article search, look for a phone, look for someone's shoe came off, a hat, glasses, we'll just go out there at the end of the night, we'll go search. Kind of see a hat right there. Some of the mechanics like to play a little game. They'll just line up the hats on the gate, kind of like if soldiers died or something.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So that right there, that's a mag lock right there.
Kind of like that little magnetic system.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you kind of see that path back then, I'm pretty sure the line used to come all the way out there. That's how long it used to be. It's probably like a 5 to 6 hour wait.
Wow.
Yep. Alright, so we'll head up the block brakes. We'll go up there, kind of feel the vibrations of when the train goes over it.
This is the best part. Now we won't be able to go all the way up, But we'll be on the, I think the flight of stairs just underneath the platform there. Again, a limited access area. And that is real close to the ride restricted part.
Sometimes we keep our harnesses in there. Whatever they like to, some walk with us.
Alrighty, up the stairs.
Here's where the view gets interesting.
You okay? Well, this is the last group of stairs.
Make sure you guys hold on.
Hold on. So, right above us, that's our block break. And we already talked about the blocks before, so we know that this is a safe area that they can stop the train in case there's an issue up ahead and a train is occupying that block. They can stop the train here, and if they need to, escort them down the stairs and off the ride.
So our block break is one of the spots where the train will actually stop. So it goes block break, lift, it could also stop on, and our safety service waiting down there. Other than that, it's just straight from motion going through the track.
Mm-hmm.
We have a safari. The giraffes are actually kind of looking at us right now. Standing out there.
Yeah, you see the giraffes, and you see that fence right there. This is one reason why you don't want to bring your phone or any kind of loose item on Montu, because especially right there at the Batwing, things will fly off into the zoo area, and these guys here, they can't go after it for you. They have to call out zoo to go after it for you. And luck in getting your items back, yeah, good luck. We're going to take a look at this ride. I'm going to stand up and feel the vibration. Okay.
So you can also kind of see the path.
Wow. That was one long queue. Still feel it vibrating a little bit. Like you said, right there, actually, if you look at it right there, you can see the trim brake. You see a little tank above it. That's where the air is stored. They have a little air compressor, and so in case if there's a power failure, they still have air in that tank to activate the brakes if need be. But that's just trim brakes. And yeah, that's so in case it's going too fast, you don't black out going through the Batwing.
Yeah.
Well, that will cover it I want to thank Jacob here for giving us a tour and bringing us up here on Montu. And trust me, this is one if you're a coaster enthusiast, this tour is a definite must to book yourself on.
Yep.
It's a good 45 minutes to an hour. You go behind the scenes of Cheetah Hunt, Cobra's Curse, and Montu. You get to come up here to the mid-course brake run and feel the vibration yourself. So, if you can handle that, definitely sign yourself up. And we want to definitely give Jacob a thanks here, a big thanks. And thank you guys for watching.